This is the examining room for our office, and we've been here for 32 years. Patients come in, the one thing they expect is to see my wall of fame and celebrity memorabilia, sports memorabilia, which usually has a connection to my patients, their families, and they bring me a lot of the items. But basically, you can take a quick look and see these are famous New York Jets, New York Giants. This is a local boxer, Lou Savarese, who made it pretty big in the heavyweight division. Patient made that. It's made out of wood. He carved it. These are also Giants and Jets. I'm not going to bore you with the different names. This is West Point. That was their coach. And while there, I met General Wesley Clark, who ran for President of the United States. This person here is on CNN currently. His name is Wolf Blitzer. And I met Wolf at a conference in Washington, D.C. Movie actor Adam Arkin, who I got friendly with. A lot of people know his father, Alan Arkin. Joe Montana. New York Jets such as Mark Gastineau. Patient of mine is his nephew. He was a star his name is Brian Cushing. He was a star at USC. Now plays for the Houston Texans. Patient made me this. These are all other celebrities and patients that have been in the newspaper. They sign the article and everybody signs it to the best doctor in Bloomingburg because, of course, I'm the only doctor in Bloomingburg. Over here we have 7 feet tall Bill Walton, who played for UCLA in college, who was undefeated, and he also won NBA championships. Over here we have astronaut Michael Massimino. My receptionist, that's his cousin. She worked for me for 25 years. Michael went into space twice and fixed the Hubble telescope, and now is a spokesperson for NASA. This is Joe Namath. I made a TV commercial with Joe about a drug, which in the background is Mobic, and I had to wear makeup. And one of the nicest guys I ever met was Joe Namath. He was one of my idols as a kid because he won the Super Bowl in 1969. These are patients and some of their accomplishments. Over here you have Orange County Choppers, Floyd Little, who I helped get in the Hall of Fame in NFL. Michael Strahan, who I got very friendly with, one of the nicest, most down-to-earth people you'll ever meet. And Michael has now made it big because he's on TV shows every day. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. I used to live in New Orleans, as I'll tell you about, but I collect a lot of New Orleans Saints memorabilia, and patients have given me it. Here we have basically celebrities. That one on the corner is Jason Garrett, who I met when he was backup quarterback for the New York Giants. I had lunch with him. He is now the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Movie actor Danny Aiello, who I met in Giant Stadium. Ron Jaworski, who announced for ESPN. O.J. Anderson, who has 2 Super Bowl rings. Famous golfers. This is Matt Morris, who I've been very close to. He's pitched for the St. Louis Cardinals. Basically could run for mayor of St. Louis. I take care of his family. Donald Trump, who I met in his resort house in Florida. It's called Mar-a-Lago in West Palm Beach. Unique photo because Donald Trump does not shake anybody's hands. He's shaking mine. He has germophobia. Patient of mine, Mike Kislak, he played for the Dallas Cowboys. He was their center. He also was on the championship Canadian Football League team. Troy Aikman is the quarterback. Doug Flutie is the quarterback there. Matt Morris. This is Ed Koch, and if you notice in the background is the historic World Trade Center. Senator Bonachek, who I know well, and his family. This is Jose Canseco, better known as Mr. Steroid. That's a patient of mine next to him who plays in minor league baseball. And I met Jose Canseco last year at a minor league game. This is Yankee Stadium. It's a statue of it, and it lights up, and it's the new Yankee Stadium. All my electric plates are of Matt Morris when he was pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals. They were in every room. Now you come to the hallway. Patient's son gave me this because he no longer wanted a roof for the New York Jets. I'm not a huge New York Jet fan. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, but I thought it was pretty cool. These are old pennants of the New York Yankees. This is to announce I teach New York Medical College first-year medical students, and they come usually on Wednesdays. Down this hall, there are other memorabilia. In here, one of the examining rooms, we have Joey Nathan, who was a patient of mine years ago. He doesn't live up here anymore. That's his jersey from when he played with the Minnesota Twins. Joey is now the closing pitcher, equivalent to Mariano Rivera of the Detroit Tigers. I usually sponsor Little League teams. This is some of the memorabilia from there. I'm a big Superman fan. There's a lot of Superman stuff in here. Over here we have a check that came out of the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001. I didn't have the heart to cash it. The planes hit the Trade Center at 8:46 a.m. This probably came out at 8 a.m. because the World Trade Center had their own post office and hourly pickups. This is other college stars. That's me in Fenway Park. I hate the Boston Red Sox, but my son always asked me to take him there. We didn't wear any New York Yankee regalia, as those fans can be rabid. Over here we have some famous baseballs. This is one from Pete Rose where Pete actually wrote on it, "I'm sorry I bet on baseball." Some people do anything for money. I've been to the Masters, and this is memorabilia I picked up at the Masters. This is an autographed football to me and my family from Brian Cushing, the Houston Texans linebacker. He's their star defensive player. These are all books written by patients of mine, and we put them on display here. New York Giants football. Over here we have, it's kind of hidden, but we have a jersey. A patient of mine makes TV commercials, and what he did was, this was for Chunky Campbell Soup, and it was for Donovan McNabb, who played for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's dual signed by his mother, who was in the commercial, and Donovan McNabb. There are only 7 known jerseys like that made. Patients of mine who are race car drivers, Orange County Speedway. It's a picture of Michael Strahan, who I got friendly with, and by far the most down-to-earth person I have ever met. These pictures of me I have a radio show, and I do that in WTBQ. I'm a Corvette fanatic, and these are pictures of various Corvettes. This room here is known as the Matt Morris Shrine. I know him and his family extremely well. Matt pitched for the St. Louis Cardinals. You saw his picture out front. Matt had my son and I down in St. Louis, and we went to batting practice before the game. That's Matt's St. Louis Cardinal uniform where he signed it, and this is his All-Star jersey, which he also signed. There's a lot of other Matt Morris memorabilia, including every one of his baseball cards, which even his parents said to me they've never seen some of these. That's Matt's San Francisco Giant hat, which he wore when he was traded to them. And these are bobbleheads, etc. This is a famous boxer that won on ESPN a couple of years ago, and he gave me the gloves and autographed it for me. This is a unique piece of history right here. This is Ben Hogan, the most famous golfer in the world. It's like Babe Ruth for golf. A patient of mine gave me his golf club that he picked up when he was a little kid. And I told him I'll never sell it, so it's here in my office. This is where we draw blood and do EKGs, etc. When a patient of mine goes away on vacation, they always send a postcard to hopefully get on this wall from where they've been. So as you can see, there are hundreds and hundreds of postcards. They travel all over. The problem for me is I never travel. I'm always here, and I've never been to any of these places. This is memorabilia from the New York Jets, who had me on their field for my son's birthday. That's the owner of the Jets, Woody Johnson, who you might know because he owns Johnson & Johnson products, and he's a billionaire. These are some of the other famous New York Jets we've been to. This is my house in an office that was put into a calendar many years ago. My house is 230 years old. This is memorabilia, from the New York World's Fair from 1964 that I kept all these years. People come here. Some people in doctors' offices might look at a fish tank or just look at magazines. In my office, you can't possibly see all the memorabilia and celebrities that I have been with or taken care of, and it's a real treat for patients. I once had a child his mother brought to me a picture of him winning a race in auto racing, and he said to his mother, "Please give this to Dr. Teich because my dream is to get on his wall." So I proudly display it there.